Okay. Well, we will start with this murder mystery narrative. With a classic TTRPG. Starting with everyone rolling a d20. And with this, I will go over the rules real quick, just to have a reminder for everyone. And then we'll get into painting the slope red. So, the rules, just to keep in mind, refreshing yourself. The criminal must be someone mentioned in the early part of the story, but must not be anyone whose thoughts the reader has been allowed to follow. All supernatural or preternatural agencies are ruled out as a matter of course. Not more than one secret room or passage is allowable. No hitherto undiscovered poisons may be used, nor any appliance which will need a long scientific explanation at the end. No accident must ever help the detective, nor must they ever have an unaccountable intuition which proves to be right, but D20 rolls are an exception. The detective must not let themselves commit the crime. The detective must not light on any clues which are not instantly produced for the inspection of the reader. The Watson must not conceal any thoughts which pass through their mind. Twin brothers, and doubles generally, must not appear unless we have been duly prepared for them. There can be only one murderer. Other crimes may be committed by the players, but a life must not end with these extra crimes. And a couple others. Each player must come up with a connection to one or more NPCs and a secret goal to achieve over the course of gameplay. And D20s will be rolled while investigating crime scenes. No character stats will be added to the roll, but every roll will have some amount of success. Minor, major, and complete successes.
Is there like a breakdown somewhere of like what the rules are?
Yes, there's a handout.
In the...
Which one?
You're just
mystery
all hockey all the way.
I looked at mystery rules, but I'm talking about like what do the... Okay. Like one person's the murderer, one person's the detective, one person's the Watson. They're twin brothers. Like I'm just wondering, like where is there like a sheet that explains like what those mean exactly?
There aren't twin brothers. Watson is the second investigator.
Okay.
The Sherlock is the main investigator.
These are generic, not necessarily... They don't all necessarily apply to our story.
Right, yes. These are wide rules that a bunch of murder mystery novelists came up with and shared to people, so it's kind of a good guideline for how you write stories. The Sherlock is the one who has the parlor scene at the end that reveals who they think the murderer is. And then the Watson helps them.
So they're names for like tropes.
Yes. I'm not saying like the Sherlock and Watson specifically. It could be Poirot and whatnot, but it's just a good idea of what you think about when you think about these murder mystery characters.
Okay.
One more thing. You all have your secret goals, and when it comes time to start doing some sneaking around, you will be prompted to, and when you are prompted, you will send me a message in Discord, a private message saying what you do during that time, and we will then resolve it and get some rolls in to try and figure out what's going on in the general area, kind of a little bit of secretive, but also people are sort of have a general awareness of what's going on in the place. And we shall start. We open to the view of a 3-tiered log cabin dwarfed by the mountain range it rests upon. It looks down upon the skiing town of Aspen, requiring a certain level of dignity and gravitas than those frolicking in the valley below. Heavy snow blankets the craggy landscape. Barely a boulder or evergreen peers through the white veil. A long winding road from town slices through the pure snow to create the only path to the cabin. A black Buick Special is seen putting its way around the sharp corners and steep mountainside. The first guest is about to arrive at the Red Mountain Lodge. A scruffy man in his mid-50s steps out of the driver's side. He looks slightly underdressed in this chill winter air. An A-shirt and trousers are openly displayed under his heavy peacoat. Earl secures his flat cap before moving to the back passenger door, and out steps our first arrival. Mona, would you like to describe your character, what they look like?
Yeah, Mona is a young woman, mid-20s. She's got a camera around her neck, and as soon as she arrives, she's just snapping a bunch of photos. She's got wavy red hair, brown thick-rimmed glasses, and she's wearing a basic office attire kind of dress, very modest in fashion.
Earl makes a toothy grin before leading Mona into the double doors ahead. He opens the right side to reveal an expansive lobby. Plush red carpet leads the way into halls and doors. The painted walls are lined with candelabra light fixtures and painting of forests and wildlife. Behind a reception desk, a man in his 30s smiles and stands smiles at you as you enter. He wears a navy 3-piece suit and a gray tie, prim and proper. His name tag displays Mr. Ward. Hello, and welcome to the Red Mountain Lodge. Thank you, Earl, for driving our guest up. I will have you checked in. What is your name?
Oh, well, hey there. My name is Mona Lott. I'm the journalist that was sent by Playboy magazine.
Oh, Miss Mona, yes. I will... we were expecting you, and Mr. Randolph is quite excited to hear from you. I will get your bags. Do you have much in the way of suitcases?
No, just this one little old thing here. And if it's okay, I can keep my... Am I able to take photos of you, sir?
Oh, by all means. And he stands up and has a big grin on his face and tucks his suit down.
I take pictures of him, and I take pictures of Earl before he leaves. And I pull out a little notebook. I have my camera's around, has a very thick leather strap, so it just hangs around my neck. And I put it down, and I pull out a little pocket journal, and I say, I'm sorry, sir, what was your name again?
My name is Robert Ward. I am the front desk receptionist.
Ah, I see. Ward. Is that right?
That is correct.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. And the gentleman there that was driving, is he also a staff member here?
Oh, Earl goes way back with Mr. Randolph. He will be heading out to get the other guests very shortly. Won't you, Earl? And Earl just smiles widely and turns and heads outside to get the car. So you won't need somebody to get your bags for you.
No, it's fine. I can get this.
Oh, well, he looks down below the desk and fiddles about, and he pulls out a key with a red, like, very nice plastic tag with gold letters upon it that say 21. And he says, "You are on the second floor. I hope you enjoy your stay. I will get Mr. Randolph out here as soon as he's possible to have a quick word with you."
Wonderful, wonderful. And I will shake his hand awkwardly and look for wherever the second floor is, but I'll probably take my time just taking pictures and wanting to take pictures as guests arrive.
Okay, yeah, there is a couple couches in this lobby area. You can sit and look through your bag or take notes or have a good spot for photographs as people come in.
Perfect.
Okay, so after some time, probably a half hour, another person arrives through the doors. They walk in to the front of the lodge. Mona, you see this person. Olivia, please describe your character.
Olivia is a middle-aged lady, very well put together, some waves in her hair. She's dressed fairly simply, but in kind of an elegant way. Do I want to push the talk key on again?
Oh,
you
yeah,
hear
we
me?
heard you.
Yeah, we heard.
I'm just
Okay.
getting stuff ready. Olivia, you walk through the door. I'm not sure if Mona reacts to your presence. Mona, do you attempt to photograph or take notes? Hello?
I'm sorry. Oh,
Mona?
out here. Value.
I guess not. All right, so
Lott, are you there?
Mr. Ward once again greets you with a smile, and he says, "Welcome to the Red Mountain Lodge. How may I assist you?"
Well, I'm here to enjoy this fine establishment.
That's a good sign for me. What can I get your name as?
Olivia Phillips.
All right. Do you have many bags that you need checked in?
Just the one, aside from my purse here.
Well, I can have someone come out and get it right away. And he reaches for a small bell is sitting on the bottom part of the desk, and a very light ring goes out. After a few moments, a young man who is fitted in a waist-length royal blue jacket and cap rushes from the hall into the lobby. He finishes wiping a red smudge from his cheek and tucks the handkerchief into his breast pocket. On a name tag is written Albert. He smiles and greets you. Then he looks to Mr. Ward, and the smile fades. Mr. Ward looks disapprovingly at Albert, but turns back to you, and they both smile once more. And Albert says, "Hiya! Can I take your bags for you?"
Just the one in the car, please.
"Right away, miss." And he goes out past you and Earl. And when he's doing that, Robert reaches behind the counter once again and pulls out another key with red tag on it. And it says 11. You are on the first floor. Pardon me, the upper floor, where the bedrooms
The first
are.
of the upper floors.
Yes. This is England, so the first floor is the one above us.
It's a split level house.
Ah,
I hope this is to your liking. Once everyone gets here, we will have meals getting started. But in the meantime, if you'd like, you can go into the lounge and have a drink. We have some people there that are practicing getting ready for everyone arriving.
very well. I'll go into the lounge.
Okay. You enter the lounge, and the door opens to the largest room. A lounge with full bar and music stage is well furnished and heated. The wooden floors echo footsteps but do not creak. There is currently no bartender, but a small bell rests on the shelf. A polished dance floor sits in front of the stage, awaiting participants. Tables are placed around the room, and a hearth sits in the north and south sections, each with an upholstered couch. The snowy landscape can be seen through the large bay windows to the west. There is a woman in her early 40s sitting at the bar. She has some sort of drink in her hands, and she is dressed very much for a nice occasion. There's also another young woman in her early 20s who is wearing a black lace dress, and she is applying a burgundy lipstick while holding a compact mirror. And we will have Earl head out and get the next person. Um, 30 more minutes pass, and in comes a man through the double doors of the lodge into the lobby, and I'll have Jasper describe his character.
Well, Jasper is he's about just a little over 30. Pretty small. It's like 5'8", 5'7", somewhere around there. With like his slick back black hair. Suit that just looks a tiny bit too big for him. But otherwise, pretty well kept.
And Robert once again greets you and welcome, sir. Welcome to the Red Mountain Lodge. Will you be staying with us?
Yeah, yes, sir, I will be.
Fantastic. Well, for the night, can I get your name so we can assign you a room?
You can call me Jasper.
Jasper, all right. He looks at below the desk and he takes out another key, hands it to you. It is 27.
Oh. I might have a scenic view.
Oh, yes. It's a beautiful view. We're supposed to get a little bit of snow tonight.
Oh.
Do you have any bags that need to be taken up?
Yeah, I have a small, it's the military duffel outside.
All right. And Albert, after rushing upstairs and dropping off Olivia's bag, will be right there. No more distractions, and he will head out and grab the bag in the drive, and he'll deliver that. We were waiting for a few more guests to arrive, but if you'd like, you can wait in the lounge or the dining room, or in your room, of course.
I'll give the bellboy a nickel, and say thank you. You don't have to rush it up.
Oh, thank you very much, sir. Once I'm done with this, I can start making some drinks.
Oh, that does sound quite appetizing.
Oh, I wouldn't know, but I do enjoy making them.
A little bit on the younger side, I see.
Oh, it's no problem, sir. I know all about it.
Okay. Curious upbringing, but who am I to judge?
And after that, he will head up and deliver your bags. Earl will take off and grab another guest. 30 minutes pass once more, and in walks the next person. Lisa, would you like to describe your character?
Yeah, so Lisa's kind of plain looking. She's wearing a travel dress, like pantsuit, not pantsuit, like dress suit, skirt suit. It's maybe a few seasons out of date, but she's tried to accessorize it to look a little more modern, a little more befitting of a fancy place like this. There's like a nice hat and that type of thing. And she's just got like a single carpet bag almost with her. I feel like I forgot a description, but I don't remember what the description I would have forgot was.
And once again, Robert greets you and says, "Welcome to the Red Mountain Lodge. Will you be staying with us? If so, I'll take your name and I will give you a room key."
Oh my god, hi, you must be Mr. Ward. Like, Chrissy told me that you were, shut up, Shalina. Like, Chrissy told me that this was going to be such a cool place, and I just really wanted to come check it out. I'm sorry, Christine told me about it. I met her at school.
Oh, you know the Randolphs.
Yes, sir.
Oh, well.
My name's Lisa Jane.
They must be expecting you.
Oh, I don't know about that, but I hope so.
I will get you a key in a moment. He will look down and grab a key. Red tag with gold numbers, 28.
Thank you so much.
You're quite welcome. I believe Christine is in the lounge right now. She was practicing her dancing. And he looks over at Albert, and Albert looks away.
Thank you so much. I'll go right in. Can I leave my bag with you?
Yes, Albert. He will take care of it and take your bags up to the room for you.
Thanks, Albert.
And
then I'll just
he smiles. You're very welcome, miss. And blushes a little bit. And you head into the lounge. Is Mona doing anything at the moment?
Yeah, Mona's just taking pictures of guests who come in through the door. She definitely would have gotten some shots of like the bellboy helping with the luggage, and making a note of like, staff are very helpful, but you do have to tip. And she'll kind of, if does she know, like, do we know how many, like, is this like kind of like a organized thing, like we know like there's a lot of guests coming, or
It's not really an event. It's just, this is when the lodge is open and they booked up the rooms to get everyone here. But you can get food, like stuff, at any time. But there are like breakfast, lunch, and dinner where all the food is prepared and set out for you to eat.
Like we probably all came in on like the same train or something, and just slowly trickling in.
yeah, that's kind of what I was wondering.
The car only fits one person.
It's a sidecar for a motorcycle.
That would be absurd. Okay, I would probably after the
Golf cart ski resort.
young woman came in, I probably would after a while head to the lounge.
Okay. I did want to say that it's been a while because like it takes about half an hour to get people around. To get people in, slowly trickling in. So in that time, James probably would have come out like shortly after you arrived and talked. So
yeah, I would have waited for James, I guess, and then chatted with him.
Okay. James is a man in his late 40s, tall and slim. He wears a navy pinstripe 3-piece suit and gold speckled red tie. He is usually I guess you don't need to know that yet. Just what he looks like. But this is him.
Fancy. He's got that mustache.
Yes. And that
He's got a John Waters.
very nice hair.
He's got the the mustache that was super popular at the time, where it was like barely a mustache.
It's the guy from, is it John Waters or is it like Casablanca? What's that guy's name? Oh yeah. So he's got that
Some of these characters that I picked might be famous movie stars. I don't know because I haven't really paid that much attention, but just know that it's a possibility.
You mean you don't know every black and white?
How dare you?
Actually, your mic's not.
Well, I
so
saw like
disrespectful.
a lot of like there was Eartha Kitt and what's his name?
Clark Gable.
Jimmy.
I think that's Clark Gable, the top left. No, it's not. Is he?
Just waiting for
Jimmy Stewart.
Elvis to
There was Jimmy
walk in.
Stewart as well, but
Yeah, Elvis.
Yeah, and there were a lot of pictures of Marilyn Monroe. But I did not choose the ones that I knew were famous people. So anyway, James comes out and greets you and is very excited to have you be a part of the first year that this has been open, and would like very much to have a good spread in Playboy.
Of course.
And then this is Marcia. She is the woman at the bar in the lounge. She greets every guest as they come in and welcomes them warmly. Christine will be solo waltzing in the lounge in front of the stage. And as people arrive, she won't really pay much attention. But when Lisa comes in the doors, she looks to see who it is and then gives a high-pitched squeal and runs over as carefully as she can in her high heels to hug Lisa. Oh my God, I'm so glad to see you! It's been so long!
I'm sorry, I just choked on my water. Oh my God, Chrissy, like it's been since last semester. How are you?
Time just flies. Oh, I am doing great, but stuck in this boring lodge. My parents just, whatever. But I'm so glad you're here. We can do all sorts of things. Maybe my brother can have us go out and do some trail scavenging or skiing or something. You know, whatever, just to get out of here. It gets so crampy in here.
That sounds so fun. Like, you have such an awesome opportunity here to just not have to worry about it.
Oh, I love it. Thanks. And, in that time...
I keep getting disconnected, so I'm missing bits and pieces, so if I have questions later.
Okay. In that time, would either of the other two people who are already staying here emerge from their spots to do anything, like get food or drinks or something? See what the commotion's about?
I would probably just get a drink.
Once Albert is finished, like every single time he takes a bag up, he will go back downstairs and he'll make Marcia another drink and then hand out drinks to whomever asks for it. Does anyone go to their rooms in this time?
Maybe like after I've had a drink.
Okay. After a while, these 4 guests have arrived, and Christine and Lisa probably do a little bit of dancing, drinking. James wants to be pretty close to Mona to make sure that she's getting all the best angles and getting whatever she needs to get this article best. Marcia is sort of chatting up each individual person, but if nobody like just seeks her out, she'll be at the bar waiting for Albert to get her another drink. And after a little bit of time, you hear the lobby doors open and close once again, and you hear from there pretty loud, "Woohoo! Oh, Robert, Hills, amazing. Mark and Nancy just loved it." And this is like heard through the doors to the lounge. And after a moment, Mike will come into the lounge. He will be wearing some black ski gear, his goggles up over his hair, and thick red lines around his eyes. And following in tow will be the people he were just with, training for the ski slopes. Mark and Nancy. Mark looks to be in his mid-20s, and he is, like Mike, dressed in quite a bit of warm snow gear. The fresh snow is melting and creating water droplets as he walks. And alongside him is Nancy. She's wearing very much the same. The Mark and Nancy try to match with their blue ski outfits, which is very different from Mike's black. But when Mark and Nancy sort of come in, they look around as if they're not really sure if they want to be in the presence of everyone here, and sort of make their way to one of the tables. And Mike goes up to the bar and orders a drink. Albert very eagerly makes it for him. And after a moment, James kind of steps away from Mona for a moment. Says, well, it looks like everyone's here. I think I will check in with the kitchen, and if food's ready, we can get started. Everyone, make your way to the dining room. We'll be out with food shortly. And he heads out into the hall that the lobby was, and towards the kitchen. All right. So if you'd like to make your way there, you may.
I assume somebody comes to get me.
Yeah. Olivia, you are upstairs, and occasionally you will see the maid going in and out of doors. She sees you and kind of nods politely, but continues about her business without stopping. She looks to be in her late 20s. She wears vibrant, loose-fitting blouses that are tucked into black cigarette pants, and she seems to be making up the beds and getting the last-minute preparations done for the guests.
I guess I'll go over to the. Is the bartender at the bar, or is he busy with like dinner stuff or lunch? What time is it?
It's getting close to supper.
Okay. It's supper. Then if the bartender's at the bar, I'll go over and get a drink.
What can I get you for, mister?
I'll just have a beer.
Oh, well,
Beers.
sounds perfectly crisp on a cool winter night. I'll be right back. And he kind of heads over. It's not very far. It's like 10 feet from the bar itself. But he'll go back and grab a cold beer still in the bottle and hand it to you.
I don't know. It might be in like a soup can kind of beer, depending on what time period, like what part of the 50s.
The one you imagine it to be.
Okay. It's a whole keg. So they have you, they got you being the bellhop and the doorman? How's that work?
Oh, well, being the bellboy is just a small part. I'd get bored if I didn't have an extra job to do. And I already knew how to make drinks, so it worked out.
I see.
The Randolphs are super generous. I'm so excited to meet them and work for them.
How long you been working here?
Oh, hasn't been too long, just a few months.
Yeah, I heard about this place through word of mouth. You know how long they've been open?
Almost a year now. It gets a little slow in the summer, but, in the winter it really pops out. They're hoping to expand soon. I'm not sure what, but they're putting a lot of money and effort into this.
Oh, well, it must be good for you then. Some job security or something.
Oh, yes, I do my job really well. Try to impress Mr. Randolph.
Well, thank you for your time.
You're very welcome, sir. As you head into the dining hall, the double doors open up into the large room. Tables with amaranth tablecloths wait for mealtime. Fine plateware and silverware sparkle atop the tables. A grand piano faces the dining hall. A fireplace sits in the north, its heat radiating through the hall. A door to the southeast rests ajar. Sounds of clattering metal and swears can be heard echoing out.
I take pictures and I write notes of what's happening and what are the staff doing.
So far, there is no staff in here. It looks like everything was preset for supper. You can hear sounds coming from the southern door, but Albert is helping at the bar still, and others are throughout the lodge.
I make a note in my journal. I'm getting the feeling that bellboy seems to be doing more than just one job. They might need to hire more people.
More people, more money.
More money, more problems.
My brain is fried. Oh, I'm not muted. I'm so sorry.
After a little bit, Mr. Ward will go up and collect Olivia from her room to get dinner. Hello? I wasn't sure if my mic disconnected or not.
Was Mona just walking around with her camera, just taking pictures and writing notes down for like just everything?
Yeah. I'll like take a picture and then I'll make a note. I'm trying to keep account of like what the picture I'm taking of is. So I have like a track. I have one page in my notebook of just like number of pictures taken and the location and what is happening. Like so I know how to caption it in the article.
No, go ahead.
I'll walk over and sip my beer and say, if you end up taking any pictures of me, do I also get them?
I'm sorry? What?
I said, if you take any pictures of me, do I also get them?
What do you mean, sir?
Well, I mean, if they're pictures of me, do I get a copy?
I mean, I suppose we could work something out. I did get a picture of you entering the hotel. Just I'm doing an article, you see, for the Playboy magazine. You may have heard of it, the new upcoming editorial. No, Lott, by the way, and I pull out my hand to
I'm
shake his
not
hand.
too familiar with that one.
Well, it is new. It just came out in 1953. But you may remember it created quite an uproar with our first issue of featuring Marilyn Monroe.
Now that you say it, I think I might have heard something about it. He very flustered.
I'm sorry, sir. What was your name?
It will shake your hands.
Okay, I'll ask for name while shaking hand. I'm shaking it very energetically.
Jasper.
Last name? I take out a notebook.
White.
Jasper White?
Yes.
White?
That would be the one.
Okay.
It'd be quite unfortunate if it was the other one.
Well, I mean, yeah. And you want copies of your photos.
Yeah, if you want, I can give you my email.
I'm sorry, what's an email? I can send it via post if you give me an address.
That sounds just fine. I think I can arrange for something.
Perfect.
I have a business card in my duffel. I'll be able to give you later.
Oh, wonderful. I have a business card as well. I don't have it on me. I should probably fix that. But yeah, let's switch tags.
Sounds mighty fine. How long?
Can I get your opinion on this here resort? Don't mind me, you want to be in the article. I could leave you anonymous, or I could put your name.
I'm just saying, it's probably one of the largest log cabins I've ever seen. I highly doubt the whole thing is actually a log cabin, but maybe it's just the aesthetic. But it's really nice. Looks pretty new. I haven't seen the room yet, so I can't really give you a rating on all the amenities. Just put me down for it looks good so far.
It looks good so far.
Yeah, with 3 A's in far.
That's the only proper way to spell it. Are you holding a drink?
I am.
Okay. Mona will see your drink and she'll be like, I see you've entertained the bar. How's that?
It's going good so far. It's just traveling makes me a little nervous.
That's understandable. Was the
Gonna keep-
bartender like a professional or something?
Are we just gonna keep making our accents more and more like this, huh? Is that where it's going? Sorry, what did you ask?
I asked if the barkeep was like a professional or something.
No, he somehow has experience, but it doesn't seem like he can partake in imbibement.
Interesting. Well, I'll definitely have to go give it a shot myself.
It seems like they have quite the choice.
After this conversation, you see more and more people file into the dining room as dinner is nearly served.
Well, looks like it's about time. Better go take my seat. It was a pleasure meeting you, sir.
Nice to meet you too. I guess we'll shake hands again.
Yeah.
Enjoy your dinner.
You as well.
So you see Mark and Nancy come in. They look like they are a bit better dressed for the occasion. Mark is wearing a tweed jacket with tie and dribbly, while Nancy has a fairly conservative black dress. Mike as well is in a beige sweater vest out of the very wet snow gear that he was once in. James and Marcia also walk in ready to have dinner with everyone. And Lisa and Christine walk in kind of hand in hand, ready for getting some food. Olivia is led in with Mr. Ward, and behind them is a woman who looks to be in her mid-30s. She is dressed in all black blouse and capri with a light sweater. And next to her is another individual. Beauregard, would you like to describe your person?
Yeah. Beauregard is probably in his late 20s. He's dressed up for the occasion. Blazer, tie, dress pants, etc. He is looking towards the ground at a 45-degree angle. His eyes are pointed upwards. Does not project confidence and looks like he's glaring at everyone. He's standing about a quarter step behind Valerie.
And once the majority of people are seated, two people emerge from the area of the dining hall where the swears were coming from. One of them is a woman in her late 20s who is wearing a white chef coat and toque. And she's carrying several plates, quite a few plates on her arms that are filled with food. And in tow behind her is our final guest, Loralie. Would you like to describe yourself?
Loralie is she is short and petite, and her hair is a dark brown. It's cut and curled just beneath her ears. She dresses very simply. Usually her shirts consist of long sleeves, and kind of a longer skirts. Very simple shoes.
And this other woman is carrying other plates as well, following the woman in chef coat. And at each place setting, they remove the plate that is already there and place a heated plate with food.
I sit down at the table.
The food
Assume
is
everyone is sitting down.
the food is like sorry, getting my head in. The food is like very nice steak, potatoes, with roasted vegetables to the side. There's a sauce on the potatoes, and very hearty meal for a winter's day. Everyone is seated at one of their spots. These are just tables of 4 that are scattered around the dining area. It's not like a big, long table itself. So you can pair up or join 3 other people at your table and talk about what's going on. My guess is Christine and Lisa will be together at one table. Other people might be with them. They could avoid the loud chatter that is coming from that table.
I probably would avoid their table.
It's possible Beauregard and Valerie are at their own table. Not very talkative people, but it's if you'd like to sit there, you may. James is probably sitting at Mona's table, trying to hype up the lodge as much as he can, unless she has some other interests with other people.
Yeah, like who sat down first? Was it like Christine and her friend just kind of claimed a table right away, or?
Can you put them in groups on the screen so we can tell who is together?
Okay. Well, I would think that Mona and Jasper were in the room first, so he might, or the 2 of you might be the first to sit down, if you'd like.
Yeah, I would probably try and sit at Christine's table. The chatty table. Wherever they are.
I feel like I'm kind of following Christy around like a little duckling a little bit, but very much being like, Christy, oh my god, you must be so cold in that dress. Like, do you want to sit by the fire?
I would. It's a price to pay for fashion, unfortunately. You have to keep up with the times.
Mona will approach the table like, "Hey there, ladies. You mind if I join you?"
Like, who are you?
Oh, my name is Mona Lott. I'm a reporter for the Playboy magazine. You may have heard of it. Made
Are you
famous by Marilyn Monroe.
Are you like a photographer or something? Why do you have a camera?
Well, I'm doing a piece on this here resort. It's employees and staff and owners and clientele.
Really? Can you get a good shot of me? And
Of course.
Christine starts posing without you, before you even start to make any gestures to take the pictures.
I'll quickly grab my camera and take some pictures. And I'll look to Lisa and be like, you want to get in the photo too?
Like, obviously.
I'll start taking pictures of both of them. And then I'll say, is it all right if these are published in the Playboy magazine?
What's Playboy? Is that a new magazine? I haven't heard of it.
It is. It's a very new magazine that just came out. Oh my god, my fucking accent. Fuck you, Taylor.
Hey.
Okay. I hope you don't mind if I can get your names
Well,
for the article.
you should know her name for sure. This is Christine Randolph. Like, she's gonna be such a big deal. But I'm Lisa Jane.
Lisa?
No last name because I'm bad at names.
Lisa Jane.
But like, you should definitely know her. Kind of weird that you didn't, actually.
I've heard of her. I heard that you were very famous back in the city.
Oh, really? Who told you?
A few celebrities I've interviewed.
Oh, that's just. Well, I do get around a bit, if you know what I mean.
Oh.
She says to Mona.
For Playboy.
Of course. In fact, if I could perhaps have your ear, Miss
At all?
Randolph, my boss is actually wanting me to do a quick little piece on you, with perhaps an extra photo shoot.
Oh, really? Like, what kind of photo shoot?
Something a little more exciting.
Oh, I love exciting.
Fantastic.
She peers over at James, and James is kind of watching the three of you. And when Christine looks over at him, he kind of like nods his head very slowly. Oh my god, I'm so excited. When can we start? I mean, I'm not too hungry, but if you want to start right away, I can.
Well, let me be sure to phone my boss and let him know that you are approved to go. And we'll get the deets down perhaps tomorrow.
Oh, I can't wait. It's going to be so good. Lisa, you should join me.
I was just gonna say, Chrissy, I've never been on a photo set before. It would be so cool if I could come with you.
Oh my god, you
thank
love
you.
it. Yeah, I'd
That's
love
okay
to
with
have
you
you a part
too,
of
right,
it.
Mona? Miss
Of
Mona?
course.
Oh,
Of course, of
she'd
course.
be good for it. It's fine. If I say it's okay, then it's okay. Well.
Jasper will be as far to the other side of the room as possible from this conversation.
Yeah, so the hearth is in the northeast part, across from the kitchen. But yeah, you can be in the further part away. What is everyone else doing?
Sitting down to eat. Making a little bit of small talk, but mostly eating.
James and Marcia might be with Jasper and Olivia, the four of you at one table, and just sort of ask. James will ask, so, what brings you to the lodge? Word of mouth gets out?
Oh, yes. Several of my friends have been talking, so I simply had to come see for myself.
What have they been saying? Any good things, of course.
Oh, yes. A lovely place to get away from the heat in California.
From California, that's quite a distance. We're from the East Coast. We thought maybe a little lodge in the center of the States would be a good getaway.
It is a bit out of the way.
Well,
but
Aspen was so popular.
Seems relaxing.
I thought I'd get a little bit of that Aspen money. It seems to be expanding quite rapidly.
Do you have a hard time finding good help here?
Oh no, I brought most of them from the East Coast as well. Chef Bevelier is actually from France. I'm very happy to have a French cook in our lodge, show off some of that best cooking. To be honest, she has an assistant right now. I'm not sure about her. From the town, she seems a bit more shady, but Chef Belvedere seems to like her, so I trust her instincts.
Was I here when they brought the plates in and stuff?
Yes, so they didn't serve anyone until everyone was in the dining hall. You would have seen.
I was gonna stare over at them for a minute.
Okay. Loralie and Chef Beauvelier are not eating. They are kind of taking care of the food, taking plates away and bringing more stuff in, like sides, breads, and sweets. Albert is coming in, helping with the bussing tables and bringing in drinks as they are ordered. Robert and Earl are not sitting to eat as well. But, they have their own tasks that they are taking care of. What about you, young man? What brings you to the lodge? Talking to Jasper.
Well, both my mother and my father passed away, and I've just been moving west a little farther every year.
Well, it's good to have you.
Haven't really found a place yet to settle down yet, so now it's not a bad time to learn how to ski,
It's the best time, and I'm glad you chose my lodge over Aspen. I mean, it's popular, but it's a bit crowded. You want more freedom in the lodge here.
Yeah, I heard about it when I was on my way over on the train. A couple that apparently been here before suggested it.
Fantastic. Good to hear that word of mouth is getting around so fast. We haven't quite been open a year yet, but we hope to make it that far and much, much farther. We'll be opening to the public as soon as we realize that it's a bit more. We think that Aspen has that lower class income. We need to get a little bit of that too.
I see.
as you're all having your meals and talking amongst yourselves, you see that the two people who were very quiet, you hadn't seen them before they showed up at the dining hall, and they seemed to be at a table by themselves. None of the staff members or the Randolphs seem to be paying much mind to Valerie or Beauregard. They're off in their own area, just very slowly eating their food, not really talking to each other. Occasionally, Valerie will fix something on Beauregard's jacket, or kind of pull him up so he's sitting up straight. But other than that, they don't really interact with anyone. Mark and Nancy are getting tips from Mike at one of the tables. They seem uneasy around the crowd of people here, but more comfortable with Mike.
Nancy.
So they'll have the radio play as dinner winds down. They will have Loralie and Chef come out with a dessert for each person. I'll have Loralie describe what have you been cooking up in the kitchen?
Ooh, thoughts. We got a nice cheesecake with a raspberry topping. And for people who don't like the cheesecake, we have a chocolate mousse.
What if we would like both?
Certainly, you can have both. We have made plenty for everybody, and enough for seconds.
Try them each then.
What did you say?
I will try them each then.
Alrighty, coming right up. She'll come over with the two plates and start handing them out to everybody, whatever they want.
And Albert will be taking glasses and coming back with some port for whomever would like, a little bit of dessert wine with their cheesecake or mousse, or both. And after he's finished eating, James will stand up and say, "It's very good to have everyone here and join us at the lodge. We will... Marcia and I are ready to retire for the evening, but we will be up bright and early. If you'd like, you can sit down here and go into the lounge. Albert will be here all night, serving you any drinks you'd like. Anything extra you prefer, Chef Beauvelier will provide you with some little snacks. But feel free to retire anytime. The forecast tonight is light snow. Tomorrow, sunny days, perfect for skiing. I will bid you adieu and say good night." Marcia will also stand up and take James's hand, and they'll both do a very polite bow and then exit the dining hall.
Is this the room with the fireplace?
Yes, there is one next to the table that Christine, Lisa, and Mona are sitting at. There's also 2 hearths in the lounge area.
I will finish my dessert and go sit by one of the ones in the lounge area. See if I can find like a magazine or something to read.
Well, as the night winds down, Mark and Nancy will stand up and dismiss themselves. Mike will raise a glass to cheer them out as they head upstairs. And Mike will be continuing to sit at his table, and he kind of surveys everyone in the room. Mona, you go to the reception area where Mr. Ward is still standing, smiling, ready for anyone to need assistance. And you ask about the phone, and he says, there is a phone at the reception, if you'd like to use that, or if you want a more private conversation. Each room has its own telephone.
Golly, that's awfully modern of you. Well, I guess I'll be heading up to my room then. It was room 21, right?
That is
Look for
correct.
the key. And, I'll say, so how long is the bar open for?
Oh, whenever you need it. If you are feeling like you need a nighttime snifter, you can always phone up Valerie from your telephone, and Albert will make it for you and deliver it.
Golly, that's quite the service.
We try to please the best.
Do you have any other amenities here at this facility?
What do you have in mind?
No, if you have like a library or perhaps some sort of exercise room or maybe one of those fancy indoor hot tubs.
Well, fancy you should say. On the one floor up, there are those very same heated tubs where you may take a bath if you'd like. Each floor has its own toiletries, and other than that, we have we're trying to get live music to come up as soon as we can, but that'll be in a few days. But we will have the radio playing if you'd like to dance. Somebody will probably end up playing the piano in the dining hall during meals. We're still expanding, you see. Haven't been open too
Gotcha.
long.
Of course, of course. Well, thank you for the info. I will leave you for the evening so I can give your mind a rest.
Oh, thank you. Have a lovely evening.
Nod and head to my room to make a phone call to Mr. Hefner himself.
You got connections.
I got connections. Boss, we gotta! I bagged the dame for you, man, mister. Send a photographer up. Stat, we need him by tomorrow morning. Or tomorrow evening at the latest.
Aren't you the photographer?
No, I'm not professional and I'm not that kind of photographer. I'm just a journalist and copywriter.
She scouts the talent.
Yeah.
So Mona, you head up to your room. Christine and Lisa will probably, or Christine will probably drag Lisa back into the lounge for more drinks and a little bit more dancing before they head to bed.
Gracie, you've got to show me what your favorite drink is.
Oh, Albert can
Definitely
make
a lemon drop.
anything. You just ask. You'll make anything.
I mean, like, yeah, but like, what do you like in this situation?
Watch her be like a hard moonshine, 190 proof only.
Oh, I personally love the sidecar, but just ask Albert. Ask Albert to make the pink swirl. He hates making it, but he can. It's great. You can make him do anything.
That's like so fun. Oh my god.
It's so
Do you think
fun.
I'm gonna sort of walk towards the bar then and be like, oh my god, Albert, Gracie says you make the best pink swirl. Can I get one of those?
He looks over at Christine and like wide-eyed, kind of nervous, like what's going on? And then look back to Lisa and blush a little bit. And it's like, okay, one pink squirrel coming up. And you'll start making it. Apparently it is chocolate almond with cream, very special cream in it. With vanilla ice cream as well. That actually sounds pretty good. All right. So Lisa and Christine are having more drinks, making Albert put up with them. Beauregard, are you asking Chef or Loralie for things?
Yeah, and she's cleaning up the dining hall.
Do you still have quite a bit of food left on your plate since you were playing with it earlier?
Sup?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Valerie will give you a stern look, but not say anything out loud.
Did Shalina make it back? I guess not.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
No, yes.
Okay, yeah, I'm on my phone. I didn't know that it automatically muted me. I did cut out for a second. What did I miss?
So as you're walking around cleaning up the dining table, Beauregard stops you. Excuse me, Miss Sweets. May I have a Tupperware for my dinner, please?
Oh, of course. Let me go fetch a clean one for you. One moment. She'll scurry off to the kitchen.
Beauregard shoots a beaming grin at Valerie when you walk away.
Valerie heavily sighs and rolls her eyes. Once... go ahead.
She'll come back with a, I think they had those clear glass ones, right?
I actually don't know what they had at the time.
They wouldn't have been clear, but yes, they would have been
It's
Pyrex.
ceramic?
All
Okay.
right, so she comes back with a Pyrex dish and some saran wrap. I know that was around then. She's like, "Here you go. Please put as much as you would like to eat later, and we'll put it in our cool box for you."
Oh, miss, I know you have Tupperware in the back. Could I have a Tupperware, please?
Let me ask where we keep them. One moment. She'll run
I can
back
show
there.
you if you'd like.
When you go back and ask Chef Belvedere, Belvedere, I don't even know, Beauvelier, where the Tupperware
Belvedere.
is, from the kitchen, everyone in the dining hall hears a "Bordel de merde," and a bunch of clattering happens from in there.
Beauregard gets up and starts trying to leave.
she comes out with a wooden spoon that is still have some sauce on it and looking around the room for whomever has asked for it.
I duck behind the closest guest.
You've pissed the chef off by not eating.
She waves her spoon in the air and says, "Je me vous so," and walks back. Pardon my
Beauregard
French.
sheepishly returns to his seat.
So these two are not here. These two are not here. What would Olivia and Jasper like to do as the evening winds down?
Jasper would just like to look around at the bottom floor, just kind of look at all the things that are on the wall and everything, just kind of see if there's anything that's pretty neat that catches his eye.
Yeah, you see a lot of paintings that are very intricately made of like forest mountainsides and wildlife like deer and elk, fox, and maybe a bobcat or a cougar. Nothing like ferocious or dangerous looking, but just like the side shot of something elegant or
No jackalopes.
not yet.
Okay. Yeah, then I'll just go upstairs. This room. Room
Okay.
27.
Mike will stand up, drink in hand, and hold it up to the people who are left in this room. And say, "Well, it was good seeing you all. I hope to see you on the slopes tomorrow. It'll be a good day. I know it. A good day for a ski. All right, I'm going to bed. Good night, all." And he heads out with a drink. So, Beauregard, you get your Tupperware, much to the anger of the chef.
Okay. He accepts it and puts the 2 bites of food he hasn't finished yet in it and gets up and walks away quickly.
Loralie is staring at his plate, very confused, looking back and forth between the plate and him as he's walking away. And just cleans it up.
Valerie will look up at Loralie and say, "That boy, Just... It's okay. It's okay. He knows what he's doing. It's fine. Well...
All right.
She looks outside and says, "Time for my shift to start." Gets up. "Thank you for the dinner, Loralie. Please tell Chef. Thank you very much."
I'm sure she'll be very, very pleased to hear that. I'll let her know.
Sure. And Valerie walks out of the room and goes to replace Mr. Ward at the front. All right, so we have Mona in her room. Christine and Lisa are winding down in the lounge, making Albert make extra drinks, even if they don't drink them themselves. Olivia is still wandering through the halls, peering at the paintings on the walls, possibly going to the lounge and the dining room, admiring the grandiose nature of the lodge that is around her. Jasper retires to his room as well. Beauregard and heads up to his room. Valerie is in her position. Loralie and Chef Belvedere finish up their cleaning up tasks. Albert seems to be preoccupied, so he can't quite help you this time. But once the tasks are done, you can head up to your rooms and have the evening. And once everyone has gone to bed, the fun can begin.
Dun, dun, dun.
So, we have a map of the entire lodge, so you know everything that's going on. You know where things are. People have explored, so you know the layout. And these are also the rooms of where everyone is staying, so that you have a good layout of what's happening. It's possible that you have paid attention to where people entered their rooms, so you know where just the NPCs are. At the bottom, Valerie is at her post, the front desk. And we won't stay on this map for too long, because we are gonna go over to doing your secret tasks, and I will use the map for locations of who's doing what for myself. But just so you have a good idea of what's going on, or not what's going on, but the map itself, you have a handout. So, at this time, I would like everyone to message me what they are doing this evening.
Privately or openly?
Privately, I think... I'm not sure if I want the detectives to just say what they're doing, since they are guaranteed innocence.
But then we will know who they are.
Yeah, it's how it works in detective movies, you know? How are we supposed to hear the internal monologue?
Yeah, so the It's okay to know who the detectives are. You're gonna figure out who the detectives are by like them walking
Being
around and
detectives.
whatnot. Yeah. So yeah, we'll have everyone except for the Sherlock and the Watson message me in Discord, and while they're doing that, we'll kind of doing an aside, taking care. I want the Sherlock to tell me what they are doing at this moment.
I imagine Mona would, after the phone call, she would probably head back downstairs. She'd probably go check out the hot tubs, that hot tub room on the first floor. Just check out the facilities. And then she would go downstairs to check out the lounge area where the bar was. I guess the bar is like in that kind of... Yeah, it was called the lounge, right?
Yes.
Where the bartender was? Yeah, I'd probably go down there to take a look, and I kind of wanted to ask, what's his face? Albert, some questions. So I'd be trying to get a hold of Albert.
Well, if you want to get a hold of Albert, you will have to contact Valerie, and she will call his room to get that.
Okay. Then I guess I would just kind of like be walking around the facility, kind of building a mental map of everything, noting the decor, and just give like a wave to Valerie, and then I would head back upstairs to do that phone call to call Albert.
Upstairs in your room to make the call, or in the lobby. You could go to the lobby and have your talk there, or you could have a private conversation in your room. So
I think I'd probably want a private conversation.
Okay. I think how the phones work is you have to call the front desk before they can direct you elsewhere. So it will, no matter what, it has to go through the front. But you can contact him.
Yeah, I would probably like, because they have him, he's the one that delivers the drinks, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I would probably make a call to order a drink, just to get him, so I can question him.
Okay. How long do you wait until you make this call? Like, how late are you staying up at night?
When did dinner end? I guess when did I head up to my room? About what time was it? It was like 9 p.m.
Sure.
Okay. So I would probably try and get this done by like 11 p.m. Because I imagine the phone call with back to the company would have taken maybe half an hour to 45 minutes. And then just walking around the facility would probably take like another half hour. So I would imagine it's probably like 11 p.m., 11:30.
Okay. You call front desk and Valerie picks up. Hello, front desk. What can I do for you?
Oh, hey there. This is Mona, Mona Lott. just wanting to try out one of those drinks, because I was told that we could order drinks whenever. Would I get a glass of Chardonnay?
One moment, I will connect you to Albert. And you hear a slight click, and then another click, and a ringtone, and very kind of like quietly, you hear a. Yes. What can I help you for? Is there something you need?
Oh, hey there. Is this Albert?
Yeah. I have to be a little quiet. We share a room with two other people, but I can help you if you need something. Who is this?
This is Mona in room 21. I was wondering if I could get one of those glasses of Chardonnay.
Right away. Yes. All right. Anything else?
15 Quaaludes.
What is something they would like sell at the jazz lounges? I guess that would be it. Oh, that's plenty.
A Shirley Temple.
Okay. So at like 11:45, Albert gets up and makes you a Chardonnay, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And the Watson, what would you like to do? Yeah, so you're a detective, you are not a suspect, so you can say out loud what you're doing. I mean, don't have to say like what your secret goal is, but you can just say where you are at the time.
Okay, Beauregard's sitting in the corner of the lobby. As least visible as possible, but accompanying his mom at the front desk. I guess seeing passersby?
Yeah, so if you are at the front desk with Valerie, you hear a phone call coming in pretty late, and she connects them to Albert, and then a little bit later you see you see Loralie come and talk to Valerie.
Okay.
Loralie, what would you like to ask Valerie?
Oh, well, since hold on, sorry, I didn't actually think about this.
Yeah, so if there are like two people in the same spot, then you will have a little bit of interaction, just so that you know where the two people there are doing and whatnot.
All right. So I walk up and I just go, evening, Valerie. Just noticed, so with our new guests, I was wondering, could maybe get some room numbers for them in case they call late in the night for something, for some desserts or anything. I would hate to have to wake up the chef if it's just for what I'm doing.
Well, that is her job. She is expected of that, and she does not like me because of that. But I say don't shoot the messenger. But you want the guest list?
Well, I'm more looking for the new people's room numbers, in case they call for something.
Well, if that happens, we will give you a room number so that you will deliver it to that person if they so need it. There's no need to hand out guest lists.
Perfect. Okay. Well, that's all I wanted to ask. I hope you have a good evening.
Thank you. You as well.
She just scurries off.
Okay. So Albert sends the drink up to Mona's room. Would you like to talk to him while he's there, or are you just getting the drink?
Yes, I do want to talk to him while he's here. I'm gonna say it's fine if we're standing in the doorway. I'm just gonna be like, "Oh, thanks for the drink. Could I perhaps do a quick interview with you? It'll only take like a minute or two."
It's kind of late. Can you wait until morning?
I'll make it worth your time, and I'll give him $5.
That is
Wow, big spender.
Is this in the lounge?
This is outside of Mona's room. So in the hall.
Darn, I can't get my Shirley Temple anymore then.
I would like to think I was given a budget of like $50 just in case we had to bribe Christine. But
That's
she
a lot
was
of money.
so willing. It is a lot of money, but it's Playboy.
But they're still new, right?
They're still new, but that first issue of Marilyn Monroe was a huge success. So we got to make this one just as successful.
$50 in 1950 was $650 right now. That's a lot of money just for a bribe.
That makes sense.
Maybe you should up your budget.
Yeah, I'm only getting paid like $1 an hour or $1 a day or something.
How much is $1?
$1 was like, what, 5? 3? I'll give him $2. How about that? That's more reasonable, right? But still a decent amount.
$1 would be $10 roughly.
Really? God damn, I wish I was in the 50s. Shit, I see what all the boomers are talking about.
Purchasing power is about $12.96 today.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I would give him a Washington. Apparently that was a phrase then.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was like a
have a
nickname for
Washington.
$1.
This is 59, right?
Go buy yourself a new house.
Just the way our founding father wanted.
Oh boy.
Washington and some nuggets. And yeah, I would ask him, like, say you're awfully young to be a bartender. How old are you?
Uh, um, 22, ma'am. Is this really that important? I mean, I appreciate the tip, but it's really tired. Christine and Lisa really kept me up and made me make all these ridiculous drinks. I don't think they even drank them.
How about that? Tell me, is the owners, do they treat the staff pretty kindly?
Yeah, I love working for the Randolphs. I mean, Christine and Mike are a bit of a handful, but you know, they're young. They got their whole life ahead of them, and James. Oh, sorry, Mr. Randolph. He's very kind to me, and he pays me really well. He's brought me in and give me a place to stay.
I see. And how did you happen to become employed under their stewardship?
Well, they found me in Maryland. I was just working in the making moonshine with my uncle and pa. They said that they really knew how to treat people right, and I decided that after probation ended, we went over. I don't know what fucking time eras are. Sorry. I'm trying real hard. I'm so bad at history.
I'm 22, going on 50.
This isn't real history. It's fine. Let's just finagle some things.
Yeah.
Fun history.
Well, I finally got my ankle tracker taken off.
It wasn't until our great president, Mr. Nixon, ended prohibition.
I was just making drinks, and they told me that there's a better spot in Colorado, some place called Aspen. I had never heard of it before, but they brought me here, and so I'm here. Is that all the questions? Can I go to bed yet?
Well, hold on. Gosh.
She's one of the founding members of OSHA.
Ask him. Oh, doing a piece about this establishment. Is there anything kind of like shady? Perhaps a few pineapples placed about?
No.
Upside down, perchance?
Well, I mean, if you like pineapple, I can make you some like a pina colada or something. They really stock the bar really well. They expect a lot of people to come and drink. I mean, I guess a lot of people with a lot of money, like you're a big tipper, spend a lot of money on drinks here. So they really wanted to make sure that the people got what they wanted, exactly what they wanted.
Do you get a lot of big tippers around here?
As you're talking, you hear a little bit of noise coming from up the hall while you were standing in the doorway of your room. Albert looks, and you don't see anything, but somebody is also awake and wandering.
Well, could be that.
Well, I don't know who that is, but well, I mean, yeah, this is designed for the people who have a lot of money. So I get a lot of tips. It's real nice. Is that it?
That's it for tomorrow. For now, I may ask you some more tomorrow for a follow-up.
Okay. Thank you again, Miss Lott. I'll go to bed. I'm tired. I have to make more drinks
Sleep
tomorrow
tight.
for Christine. As you close the door, you can hear Albert go down the hall and muttering to himself, like, Christine, so why do they drink so much? They don't even drink the drinks I make them.
Seems to have grudge against Christine.
That bitch.
I think I would like to go and investigate that noise. Because I'm on the second floor?
Yeah. So you are right next to Christine's room.
Christine, right? But it wasn't them, because I would have seen that, right?
Yeah, you didn't see anyone, but James put you next to the family because he wants you to have the best.
Because it was my room, and then Christine's, and then James and his wife's room. I don't know who was in the middle to right. Yeah, I guess I'd probably just go and investigate that sound. See if I see anyone in the hallways.
You go and you don't see anyone. Whomever was wandering the halls got whatever they wanted and head back.
Guess I will head to bed. It's gonna be a busy day tomorrow.
Yeah, so those who are still awake, Mona and Beauregard, you hear these things, and from outside, it sounds like it's really coming down out there. Like you were expecting a light frosting of snow, but you look out a window and it seems like snow is pelting the glass, and the wind is really picking up, and the windows and the doors are shuddering a bit as the weather outside seems frightful. But you have a fireplace, which seems delightful. And with that, we will wrap up. If anyone else likes to do anything more, let me know. Otherwise, we will head to the morning. All right. So, you all wake up after a busy evening, and you look outside to greet the morning day, and it didn't just lightly snow. It came down quite a bit. Up to like 5 or 6 feet of snow in that short amount of time. And it looks like you are all snowed in, and would be very difficult to leave this place. So for the time being, you will have to deal with staying inside for the day while you get you have Earl and Ed attempt to start shoveling snow. From Mona and Jasper and Lisa, you hear from the upper story a God damn it! Fucking piece of goddamn weather. Fucking can't go out. God damn it! And you hear one of the doors open and James's voice says, Mike, what is going on? And you hear another door open and you hear Mike's voice. Supposed to get just a light coating of snow. Can't go out, do any skiing. This is bullshit. And James says, you need to calm down. Get your anger under control. It's okay. But these people, it's alright. We can't do anything. Earl and Ed will take care of everything. Don't worry. Alright. Fucking nothing to do in this damn place. You hear a slam of a door. And then another door shuts shortly after, just normally. And people slowly start getting up and leaving their rooms. And in the morning, Beauregard, did you stay there all night or did you go back to your room at any point?
Probably like for the first half of the night, but it's probably not fully on the nocturnal schedule. So let's say my sleep is delayed by like 3 hours.
Okay. Well, in the early morning, Valerie will be relieved of her post. Oh, I guess not. I was actually thinking about like 12-hour shifts so that they would have more time to do whatever they like, relax and whatnot. It's the 50s. People worked way too long. But Robert Ward will have some breakfast and wake up, and then after a few hours, we'll go relieve Valerie of her post.
Your watch has ended.
I'll take first watch. I have dark vision. Yeah, so Chef Beauvillier and Loralie will get right at it, starting to make breakfast. People will slowly start to get together. Albert has already started brewing some coffee so that people have that to wake up.
Ooh, coffee.
So what would you like to do?
Where's the coffee at?
It's at the bar, in the lounge.
Okay.
Well, you all look around as you peer. If you're on the lower levels, you peer outside the windows, and it's just white. It seems that the snow is really covered everything up. You get your first look at Ed. He wasn't at the dinner the night before, and he seemed to stay kind of away from the general crowd. He's a man in his late 50s, early 60s, and he wears a beige corduroy button-up with matching pants and a flat cap. And if you ever see him while he's working, he will adjust his flat cap before starting a task every time. And you see Ed and Earl kind of bickering to each other about having to go out and deal with all this snow. Like telling each other to, you go to the back, I'll go to the front. It'll be easier if we work together and get this stuff done. I don't care if it'll be easier. I just don't want to see your ugly mug while we do this. I'm not in the best mood this morning. I was expected to go into town for a bit, but can't do that now. Well, fine. I don't want to see you anyway. Well, we'll meet in the middle around, try and get there as fast as we can. Alright. Screw off.
Jesus.
Pleasant joint staff meeting.
Where were they? Exactly?
They were, there is a room in the dining hall, that breaks off from the dining hall. That's kind of like the janitorial area.
Oh, okay.
If you see it on the map, it's, to the southwest corner. So the Loralie and the chef will probably hear that conversation, as well as anyone who'd like to have breakfast.
Could go up to Mike and say, no, we can't go out skiing, but if you got any snowshoes, could maybe have some people trek or something, people not familiar with snow.
But that is yeah, that's a good idea. We'll try that. Yeah, all right. Let me see what I can find. And if you want to follow him, he goes to the cleaning closet and starts digging around in there looking for the supplies he needs.
Yeah, because I heard James said that all you guys were from. Yeah, you said he's from Maryland, I think. Figure most of you be pretty well acquainted with snow, and this wouldn't be such a odd event. Pretty much, figure you might get almost as much snow up there as you would here, maybe even more.
Well, this is a bit more excluded. Up there, we have people to do that for you. We just got the dumb shits Earl and Ed to take care of this. I don't know what my dad sees in that stupid asshole Earl. He's so just such a mess all the time. But at least he does some work. Fucker.
Jasper just
yeah.
kind of slowly walk his kind of like maybe distance himself from the coral a little bit.
Distance himself from what?
I said like the more like he says things, the more I'll just kind of like, just disengage from that part of the conversation.
Oh, I see.
Just not acknowledge it.
Yeah, so he digs around and he finds 3 pairs of snowshoes. This lodge isn't the best equipped. I gotta ask Pops to get some more stuff. It's more for getting supplies from the town Aspen down below. I didn't think about stocking for this much snow.
Bless you.
And he'll hand 1 pair to Jasper if he'll take it.
Yeah. I'll say, okay, yeah, this is great. Yeah, we can probably do this after breakfast. If anyone else wants to join.
What would everyone else like to do as you are eating breakfast, having your coffee, and having this indoors day?
Mona's gonna we're essentially snowed in, right?
That's what it looks like.
Yeah. Mona's gonna be kind of panicking because the photographer from the company was supposed to be coming in to get the photos. And she's gonna go to reception and make a phone call, and it's fine if it's at the reception if it's public. Just to say like, hey, not sure if you sent the photographer yet, but we're a bit snowed in, so yeah, photographer might have to Gary might have to wait a little bit.
Sorry, who are you talking to?
I'm calling the company. I went to reception to make a phone call.
Okay.
I'm talking to my work.
So you go to is this before or after breakfast?
This would probably be before breakfast.
Okay, you go
as soon
to
as I saw the snow and I
go to
heard all the
Valerie.
swearing.
You go to Valerie and ask to make a phone call. And so she picks up the line and that's weird. Wait. Hold on. And she will set down the receiver and rush past you. And you are left alone at the reception area. Is there anything you'd like to do?
They murdered the phones.
Who's in the lobby? Who else is in the lobby?
Just you.
Just me. I'm gonna look behind the desk as soon as she left. Just be like, what do you mean the phone's not working? Maybe she doesn't know how to use a phone. And I'm gonna try and use the phone.
So you try using the phone as well, and it sounds dead. There's no ringtone. I don't know what it sounded like, if there was a ringtone or if it's just silence.
I imagine it
Party you're attempting to
probably.
reach.
I think it would just be silence. Leave a message after the beep. Okay. I take a quick glance at like what's behind the reception bar.
Yeah.
More reception.
The receptionist reception you've seen.
No reception. Because the phone's
Because
dead.
the phone's dead. So behind here, there's the where all the keys were. There is one key still hanging on the the lower area below the desk. Key 25 to room 25 is still there. The room has not been occupied. You see the guest list, a list of names next to numbers. You see where everyone is staying. You see a lot of books about coming and going, and I guess that's it. Behind you, there is a door from the desk into another room.
That's where she went into?
No, she went up the
Oh.
hall out of the lobby.
I'm just going to try and jiggle the handle on that door.
It is locked. The mystery revealed.
Room door is locked. Okay. I will make a mental note of who's where in what rooms. Would I be able to see who was potentially in those other rooms on the second floor where I had heard like the noise?
So, next to your room, 22, is Christine. And next to her is the Randolphs, the owners, James and Marcia. And then around the corner is Mike's room at 24. The other people on this floor, or on your floor, were 26, Mark and Nancy, 27, Jasper, and 28, Lisa.
Mark and Nancy, and then what else was it? It was 24,
Jasper,
Mark and
Jasper in
Nancy's was
27.
25?
Mark and Nancy were in 26. 25 was still on the hook.
Oh, right. Yes. 26. Jasper was in 27. And then he was in 28.
Lisa.
Noted. And from where the hallway was standing, I would have noticed if someone came out of Chrissy's, Randolph's, or Mike's room, potentially. Right?
Yeah. Maybe Mike. It might have been that was what you heard that night. 'Cause it was
Okay.
right around his room.
Okay, I'll head back around and I'll continue to wait for Valerie.
Okay.
And I'm writing this in my notes.
You
Pull out my little journal.
you see, Valerie is running back down the hall, not accompanied by anyone, and she opens the double doors to the front, and there you hear Earl swearing up a storm, shoveling snow as best he can. He'll shovel some snow, and as soon as it's gone, more snow will just collapse on there. And he swears again. And she says, Earl, we have an emergency. Come, telephones are down. Earl just sticks his shovel into the snow and goes back in. Sees you in the lobby. You aren't behind the desk anymore, right?
No.
Okay, yeah. Sees you and says, just grunts in your direction, and goes and attempts to use the telephone, and says, "Yeah, well, that's your problem. All the snow. Of course, the phone lines are down. We'll have to wait until either the snow melts or we shovel ourselves out of here. But I don't think I'll wait for the former. Ed's helping out the back, but if we can start working on the phone lines, get them cleared, maybe we'll get some word out there to get some information or some emergency plows from Aspen to come up, although they're probably dealing with their own snowed in situation. So no one has yet heard about the phones. Everyone in the dining hall saw Valerie kind of run in or do a fast walk in, kind of making sure that she's doesn't cause any kind of alarm, and she'll bend over and whisper something to James while he's eating breakfast, and he will have like a frustrated look on his face and whisper something back, and she will fast walk out before you hear her start running down the hall, and that's where she ran back to get Earl. James will put his napkin on his plate and stand up and walk out of the hall before even finishing his meal.
I'm so sorry. I completely forgot. Who all is in the dining room hall right now? Besides, I see Olivia is, but... And James obviously is no longer in there, but...
Everybody? Except for the people not?
Sounds like a good... yeah, so...
Thanks, that was so helpful.
Christine will be there, hungover from the night before, probably with Lisa. Maybe not, I don't know. Mona will be in the reception area. Mike will be shoveling down food, getting ready to go out at Jasper's request. Marcia and James are down there, although James just left to deal with whatever is happening. Olivia went down there. Jacqueline and Loralie are probably in the kitchen making stuff for everyone. Albert's delivering coffee. Robert is eating food.
Thanks.
And then I think Beauregard isn't there.
Yeah, probably went to bed later. But I
Okay.
sent you a whisper too.
Where would Lisa be?
I think she started with coffee, but she's made her way into the dining hall just now, probably. Not a little zoned after night. Booze.
Okay.
You're part of the booze. Was I?
Mona, you are in the lobby with Valerie and Earl.
Yeah.
Talking about
As soon as
how the phone lines are
yeah,
down.
they
James
talk about
will
that,
James will
Sorry.
walk in and just kind of look at Earl and Valerie. What would you like to do?
When they're talking about that, like how the phone lines are down, I would ask, like, well, I mean, this is a winter resort. I mean, wouldn't you guys have some sort of has this happened before? I guess your phone line's been down because of a snowstorm?
James speaks up. We're still working on the kinks. We haven't been open that long. Don't put this in the article. We're trying our best. Working out the kinks and having the making sure everything works out smoothly when we do officially open for everyone else. Again, we're sorry. Like leaning over to Valerie and Earl, did you check the rooms too? Are those lines down? And Earl says, well, if this line is down, this is the main line that goes out, and yeah, James, all of the phone lines will be out. Have we checked the electronics around here? We still have power? He goes over and attempts to turn one of the chandelier lights on, and it does not turn on. Say, yep. Well, you really should have had me wire up this place. I don't think the people around here really know how to keep the electricity going. but that's just something we have to deal with in the future. Right now, I gotta fucking go out and shovel more snow unless you want me to stand around with my thumb up my ass waiting for it to melt. He's like, yes, Earl, please go out and continue your work. I will. Thank you for your hard work. I really appreciate it. Mona, you see that, like, James is very confident in a lot of his work, but when he's around Earl in this state, it kind of gets a bit sheepish. Valerie just folds her arms and looks at the two of them like, well, a couple of dumbasses here. Earl will head outside and pick up his shovel and continue shoveling. James rubs the back of his neck and... damn it. Listen, Mona, we're trying real hard to get this place up and running. I really want a good word at the Playboy magazine. Maybe wait a bit to publish it when we're in a good state. But I know we will be in a good state. I promise.
Righto. Well, hopefully the power comes back on pretty quickly. I'll be on standby. As soon as phones come up, please let me know. I'll go have myself a cup of joe.
Thank you, Mona.
And I'll go to turn, like to leave, and then I'll do a quick turn on my heels and be like, just a quick question. Sounded like somebody was moving about a lot last night. I kind of couldn't help but overhear your, I guess not quite disagreement, but heavy words with the ski instructor. Everything all right there? Seemed awfully upset for just some snow. I would think you would want snow.
Yeah, it's just my boy. He has some issues. He doesn't like being inside for too long. He's very active. I appreciate that strength in him, but when that's denied, he gets a bit upset. Hopefully, he'll find some outdoor activity to take care of that.
Understood.
You said someone was moving around, though?
Yeah,
this?
I ordered myself a drink from Albert and was just having a little chat with him. And then as he was leaving, we both heard just somebody moving about. I wasn't sure who. It was pretty late in the evening, probably. What do we say? It was like 11:45 when he showed up with my drink, or was it like after midnight?
Yeah, I think like just before midnight.
Okay, it was like just before midnight.
Well, people are allowed to go about their business at night. This is they're paying to be at this lodge, so we don't have a curfew right now. I mean, if I would enact one, it would be for Chrissy's sake. My daughter, Christina. She's a bit of a wild one, but she knows her limits, I hope.
Okay.
And James and Valerie would kind of like stare at you as if they're waiting for you to leave.
Yeah, I'll be like, I'm gonna go get myself a cup of joe, and I'm sure everything will sort itself out quickly.
James gets like a fake smile and thank you, Miss Lott.
Head to the cafeteria.
Okay. And as you start walking that direction, you hear some like hushed whispers coming from behind you from James and Valerie.
I think what Mona would want to do is, as soon as she enters the dining hall, she would want to kind of take account of who all's there.
Yeah. So let's get a visual about who is in the dining hall. We have Marcia and no, Mike. You have Robert, the food staff, Christine, is Jasper in there in the dining hall?
Yeah.
Okay. And Albert is still delivering coffee. Is Lisa there too?
Yeah, she's eating something light, not super heavy.
Okay. Lisa and Christine are suspiciously quiet, but it's probably because they had a long night. So yeah, I believe these are the people that are in the room.
Loralie is a staff member?
Yes, she is working with Chef Belvalier. Yeah. To cook breakfast. She helped make dinner the night before.
Is this like a buffet style, or is this like a sit at a table, wait for server?
So it's sit at a table and they bring out the food. They place all of the items on the table, and it's like family style where you grab what you want.
Okay. I would probably go and sit with. I would go sit with Lisa. I want to talk to those two again.
Good morning, Miss Mona.
Mona and Lisa.
Did you two ladies happen to sleep real good?
Did you sleep all tight?
You hear a
there's
groaning
nothing
coming
like a
from
nice-
Christine.
Nothing quite like a nice bed.
She pops another orange slice in her mouth and rests her head on her arm.
I guess I'll kind of quietly talk to Lisa then, so I'm not too loud annoying Christine. And I'll be like, how late were you two up? I heard Albert complaining about you guys having to make a bunch of drinks.
Oh, he's just being silly. I don't think we were up that late.
He loves it.
Besides, that's what the bar's for, ain't it?
I suppose
it's
that's
his
true.
Job. He says he loves working for my father, so, let him do what he enjoys. He's just teasing if he says he doesn't like it.
How long have you known Albert?
Oh, he's only worked here a couple months. We only flew in from Maryland last week, so haven't seen him for very long. Just been teasing him while my brother goes out and fools around with the ski people.
What do you mean by fools around?
Oh, you know how boys get. Just have fun. I don't like these country people. I prefer city life.
There's just like so much more to do when you're actually in town.
Ugh, and we're stuck here now. Can't even go into town.
Or even throw a real party. Like, oh my god.
Yeah, these people aren't really partiers. They seem very boring. No offense, Mona.
None taken. This room's definitely full of a bunch of squares. Gosh, I'll partake in the food. And then I'll ask Lisa. Say, Lisa, did you happen to hear any noise last night? Say around like, a little before midnight?
I don't think so. I did drink a lot last night, so like, I don't know.
What noise do you mean?
Well, I had ordered a drink for myself from Albert, and I was chatting with him a little bit, and we both heard just like a loud noise, like maybe somebody was leaving or coming, but I didn't see anything. I don't know. Were you two sharing a room?
Oh my god, you were up chatting with Albert? Is he like totally your type?
How do I want to respond to this?
Totes.
Like, oh my god, spill the tea, girl.
Fight me, Shalina.
Well, I was more just curious about how such a young fellow such as himself was able to create such a fine concoction of drinks. Rather interesting. He told me a little bit about his backstory, about something about moonshine and the like.
That's like so cute that you were so into his story. But like, no. Are you sure it wasn't just the snow you heard last night?
I don't think so. Snow's usually pretty quiet. I guess it was kind of windy, but no, it definitely sounded like somebody was like either leaving or coming or some sort of noise.
Huh. Weird.
I was passed out. I didn't hear anything. It was a fun night, though, Lisa. Thanks for coming up.
God, so fun. Thank you so much for the invite.
Oh my god, yes. At least we get to hang out with each other while we're snowed in. Not much else to do around here.
Right? Like, you should, like, totally take advantage of the fact that you're not alone up here, because, like, could you imagine if you just had to hang out with your brother all the time?
Ah, gross. I don't... He's outside most of the time anyway. Anyway, I'm feeling a bit, energetic. Let's go dance.
Yes. Oh my god. Bye, Miss Mona.
You two enjoy yourselves.
Bye! Alright,
Like,
so...
see you on the flip side?
Is that what they said?
No.
Oh my god, TMG.
Alright.
I still didn't
So-
get a confirmation of if they were sharing a room or not. Which I
No,
know they're not.
They're just
because
really
I
good
s-
friends.
Yeah, they're just really good friends.
I mean,
I was gonna make a comparison
my
to Shalina and
God,
I,
baby.
but then I was like,
roommates.
wait, we're not meeting the lesbian accusations, even though neither of us are lesbians.
Okay, so these are the people in the dining hall as of now. So this is kind of awkward. It's getting a little late, and we're still like kind of establishing characters. So we might have to delay it. Is there a time during this week where people can finish this up? I'd like to finish it this week, if possible. And doing so I can stay up late enough for a session.
I think I'm good for any time.
Anytime except Saturday.
Correct,
I
yeah.
have stuff already Monday and Tuesday night.
Wednesday or Thursday evenings?
Fine.
Does that work for... We'll try for Wednesday. If it doesn't work out, we can do Thursday.
What day do you have choir, Brennan?
I don't. I'm free
Oh?
during the week.
Is it not choir season?
No, it is, but I dropped out halfway through because I missed 2 weeks because of my heart procedure. And I had already missed 2 rehearsals, and I was not going to practice every single day because I did not join choir to learn 24 fucking songs. Like it's a teacher.
Do you have the phone number of your gaggle?
What?
I said, do you have the phone numbers of your gaggle?
Okay, I
Gonna hang out with your older.
You have a gaggle?
Yeah,
Oh,
Gaggle
yeah.
of goth?
the cross-generational choir gays. Yeah, they actually had dinner a couple weeks ago.
That's great.
Okay, so let's try for Wednesday. Can we do a
Wednesday,
little
what
earlier?
time?
6
Yeah.
o'clock?
Earlier definitely works better for me.
Amanda, when do you have book club? Stuff?
Tuesday.
Okay.
Wednesday at
So
6.
Wednesday, 6 o'clock.
Perfect.
Cool.
I don't work
Uh,
Wednesday, so that is awesome.
Great. That means you're making dinner, I guess.
You say that every
Sucker.
time.